Let me start at the beginning. You when the big one hit.
I was in the top floor of a hotel in Osaka, which is in the region right near Kobe.
Describe for us, Billy, what happened, what you experienced.
Well, it was 5:30 in the morning. It was dark, and I had actually not been able to sleep that night. Just before the quake hit, there was a very strange sensation. Everything got extremely quiet. This is a large city. This is sort of Japan's Chicago, Osaka, and to hear absolutely nothing was somewhat disconcerting. And then the quake hit, and I'd been in a quake in California. I had some experience with an earthquake, but I had never felt anything of this magnitude. The entire room actually reshaped itself. I could see the wall across from the bed, which was rectangular shaped, actually turn into parallelograms, angling to the right, angling to the left. The ceiling moved, the floor bucked and heaved, all the wall hangings were thrown down into the floor, all the furniture was overturned and bounced around the room. The bed itself was thrown almost as if you were out at sea in a bad storm. The only sensation that I've ever felt like that, although when you're on a boat and you're in the ocean, boat is made to take that kind of action. This is a hotel room being thrown around, a similar kind of motion.
So you rushed downstairs, I understand, and the entire hotel you were staying in was basically destroyed. Is that correct, Billy?
The hotel wasn't leveled. The hotel was cracked. Windows were shattered. Masonry fell off. A lot of the furnishings in the hotel were destroyed. Up on the upper floor, you feel the motion more than you do on the lower floors. It's almost a whipping action. And the sensation that I had at the time was either the ceiling is going to cave in on my bed, or my floor is actually going to drop through the other floors down to the bottom of the hotel, or that the top of the hotel was actually going to crack off and be thrown down into the street. I wasn't able to get out of the bed and get under a door jamb or some kind of structural archway, which is what you're supposed to do in a quake, because the motion was too violent. You couldn't actually move. You couldn't walk properly. What I did immediately when the shaking stopped was throw my clothes on, run down the stairs, and try to get clear of the building.
What did Osaka, Billy, look like? What did the immediate area, once you got out of your hotel, look like? Because we've been hearing so much about Kobe.
Well, Osaka wasn't as badly hit as Kobe, but there was a great deal of structural damage. Glass shattered, a lot of glass all over the street. Utility lines, high power lines, keeled over at crazy angles. Roofs collapsed. A lot of debris around, and a lot of cracks in buildings, and some buildings actually leaning at angles. I had to walk around a couple of blocks to get back into the hotel lobby because I wanted to meet up with the other people in my road crew and my band. And when we got into the hotel lobby, there were three schools of thought. One was, let's stand under some kind of structural load-bearing area. The other one was to stay away from any kind of large stone slab piece of masonry. The other school of thought, which all the musicians did, was we went to the coffee shop and started to eat.
You and your band members were so fortunate. No one was hurt. And you all have decided, basically, the show must go on. You've already performed one concert. You're performing again in just a few minutes. Why did you want to perform, and what has the mood of the audience been in the first concert?
Well, we decided that we've been here, we shared the experience, and we have a commitment to the people here because we were here when this happened. We didn't feel it was proper to do the show the night of the earthquake itself, so we scheduled that concert for tonight, actually. We did play a show last night. And we thought there is a tradition, the show must go on, and also there is a rebuilding that has to go on, and people really do need their spirits lifted. It's been an awful tragedy for a lot of people. This region is not used to having earthquakes of this magnitude, and we thought we would show our concern, and also we feel like we're doing something to help, rather than just being a group of entertainers. We feel that by being able to donate profits from the concert and by putting on the show, showing that life has to go on and a rebuilding has to start. And I do make a statement at the beginning of the show where I comment on just those things.
I know you're almost out of time. We're almost out of time. But I understand the first person you called once you got out of the hotel was your daughter, Alexa. Why did you do that?
Well, I wanted Alexa. Hi, Alexa. She can see me. I'm here. I'm okay. I wanted her to know that I was all right in case she heard anything, because we understood that the news reports made it looked like it was pretty bad. It is very bad. We didn't know if I was going to be able to get a call out other than that, so the first person I wanted to talk to was my daughter, so I would reassure her. I called her again, actually, right after that, and for me, so I could hear her voice, because I was a little shook up.
I can understand. It must be an extremely frightening situation. Billy Joel, we're just very happy that you're safe and sound, and thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Katie.
And we're back in a moment with more on Today, right after these messages.